5 years after Yolanda hit the country, wounds are still pretty much fresh for survivors.
But despite experiencing the wrath of Yolanda, some of them went back to that very same place that was ravaged by the typhoon. Here's Jenny Dongon with the story.
It was a bittersweet day for the faithful who gathered at the Santo Niño Church in Tacloban City late on Thursday. There are survivors of Super Typhoon Yolanda that laid waste to the city 5 years ago.
Let us not forget that we are still here. That we survived all those pains and sufferings caused by Yolanda, and we are here to continue the journey.
More than 2,000 people lost their lives in Tacloban alone. With the city in shambles following the typhoon, many of the recovered bodies were buried in a mass grave at Holy Cross Cemetery. Crisanta Napoles is still reeling from the loss of her husband 5 years ago.
Malungkot pa rin kasi masakit yung namin during Yolanda ba.
Residents in Barangay Anibong also heard Mass on Thursday to remember what they have lost from the super typhoon. The storm brought a 7-meter-high surge that swept this ship and dumped it on the village. This was ground zero. Because of the devastation it suffered, the government has declared it a danger zone. Nobody's supposed to live here, but residents returned to the site and rebuilt their homes right at the water's edge.
Ganun talaga yata kung dito ka pinanganak, para babalik at babalik ka
The LGU has already formed a task force to convince residents to move to the relocation site being offered by the government.
Pag nakita namin yung family na may bahay na, we have to move them. Kasi, kung nandiyan typhoon, at least you have 2 to 3 days to evacuate. But when you talk about tsunami like Sulawesi, you have only a few minutes. Thousands of families yan, di kaya.
For now, residents make do with what little the storm has left them, even if it means potentially putting their lives in harm's way again. For News 5, Jenny Dongon, We Are One News.